There's new intrigue this morning in the Democratic presidential race. Vice President Joe Biden met with Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren over the weekend as he decides whether or not to run for president. Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton interrupted her vacation this week to make campaign stops in the Midwest, including Minneapolis.
That is home base for Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar. Her name has been mentioned as a possible vice presidential candidate. Klobuchar just published a book called The Senator Next Door, a memoir from the heartland. She's with us right here in Studio 57. Senator, good to see you.
Well, thank you so much. It's just great to be on, Nora.
Oh, well, we'll talk about your book in just a minute, but I do want to get your take on some of the news of the day. First, Vice President Joe Biden, do you think he gets into the race?
I think no one knows. I know that he is conducting a series of meetings, talking to people, and there's a lot of us love the vice president. I'm obviously a supporter of Hillary Clinton. I think she's got some great ideas, and being right close to Iowa, I've seen her campaign and how well run it's been, and, you know, we go from there.
But you keep hearing there's a lot of angst within the Democratic Party and others about whether this email scandal or controversy is going to eventually hurt Senator Clinton's chances in the long run.
Well, I think, you know, she's made it clear she has handed over the hard drive and 30,000 some emails, and has been willing to go before a public hearing at Congress, as well as, you know, debates. I think there's going to be plenty of time to continue to discuss that. But key for me is really getting to the debate on the real issues here with the economy, where our country is. We have candidates on the other side that have basically said kids who've lived in this country for a long time should be uprooted and sent across the border. These are major things to debate in this country.
You think that issue of immigration is going to be a big deal? This discussion about, as Jeb Bush used the phrase, anchor babies to describe children of Mexican immigrants and others who are here in this country.
I think that it will be a big deal. You see Republican candidates like Marco Rubio coming out on the other side. I think that's going to be an issue. A lot of other things that we're not discussing right now because we have so many candidates in the race. And I think that's going to be a piece of what we'll be talking about are the real issues, and that's where we want to get to.
If the vice president enters this race, how does it complicate the Democratic scenario?
Well, I think that obviously we're going to have debates. Hillary Clinton has made it clear that she never thought this was a coronation, that there's going to be a lot of other people that are going to be debating, Bernie and others, and I think that there'll just be one more strong candidate in the race.
There's a story in the book that I love when you overhear your young daughter telling her friend you can't have kids till you successfully run a campaign and then win an election.
That was a moment for a mom thinking, okay, we have set expectations high enough in our household.
Well, what's your expectation now? I mean, do you think we need women on these tickets for both parties?
Yes, I hope we have women on the ticket for both parties. I think the time has come, certainly in the Senate, now that we have 20 women. It's made a big difference. Young girls are able to see that they can have these jobs. But more importantly, the women in the Senate, and there's numbers to show it, have gotten a lot done. And we certainly need more results in government, which is one of the things I've focused on in the book.
And you'd be open to joining that ticket, the Democratic ticket?
That is not. Note that the book is called The Senator Next Door. And I like my job now.
What is it? One of your children called you a submarine mom? What does that mean?
Well, that is my daughter actually was teasing me. She said, "Mom, there's these helicopter moms that are always making sure the homework gets done." She said, "I finally decided you're a submarine mom." And I said, well, what does that mean? That sounds tough and cool. She goes, "No, Mom, it means you lurk beneath the surface and come up unexpectedly." So I think a lot of moms who are balancing a lot of things can relate to that. You can't always do it all, which is one of my points.
What did you think when she said that?
I just thought that is about the best description I can get, and here she came up with it herself. So.
You also tell some personal stories. I've known you for a while in Washington, things I didn't know about. You talk about your parents' divorce. Your dad was a sports writer. Many people knew his byline, I think, and followed him. But you talk about his alcoholism and his recovering. Why share all those details?
Well, I think people need to know, first of all, that not every politician is a cartoon caricature, and that not everyone is just trying to duke it out every day. That these are real people, and if you're going to do a job representing your neighbors and come in there with that approach, I think people need to understand that people have normal backgrounds. They've overcome obstacles. And that was part of putting all those details in, because there are just too many people that just shy away from politics and think, this is so ugly, I don't want to be involved. So I thought, if you actually put it out there and are willing to talk about your high school prom and having your date dance with another girl in the fountain, and the fact that, you were once a car hop and a pie cutter, maybe that's going to help other people decide to run, and at least other people not hate politics.
You want more more ordinary people in politics.
I think that would be a very good thing.
And on the Iran deal, which is going to be voted on probably the second or third week of September, you think it ultimately passes?
I do. I think that in the end, it will be upheld, the agreement. We don't quite know where the votes are, but the way I look at it, it is the best available option to stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon.
Senator Klobuchar, thanks so much. Good
Well,
luck with the book.
thank you. It's been great to be on.